let's get this stream started. Hello, John here. Welcome to another stream. And we are continuing the examination of Jeff Minter's brain. Can you see him down there? Oh. Dude, what are you doing? Are you trying to get on stream? Hey? You trying to get on stream? Oh well. Right. So we're going to continue. Oi! Out. Go on. Right, we're going to continue. I've been on holiday all day, and I've been on GridRunner 2, and I've learnt a few things, and I'm hoping that they are going to transfer onto here. The first thing is, remember when yesterday we figured out that this was number of snakes and we didn't know what this was? Well, it turns out that is snake length, right? And I'll prove it because we'll run it. So we're going to have one snake on level 1 and it's currently set to 6. So we're going to make it hex 16, which is what, 21? So we should have a very long snake in. Will you stop giggling over there? Oh, thanks for the bits. Right, so if I run this, we should end up, because it's level 1, we should end up with oh, where do I have to type? Oh, it's there, isn't it? A really long snake in level 1. Now before it was only 6. So here we go. Right, I think I've got it on slow, so I'll speed it up. There we go. There we go. Look at the size of that thing. So we now know what this is. Can you see that, by the way? Hang on, let me get rid of the files. Bring that way. Bring that way. So we now know this is snake length. So that's snake length. So we'll put that back to 6. And so that, I think, was down here. Or was it above? I can't remember. Was it above or below? Ah, here it is. So D4, so that's D5. So we need to -1 again of it. So -1. D5, yeah. So that means 2B is snake length. So we can put that here. Level snake length. I only learnt that today when I was doing GridRunner 2. I'm near enough finished it, I think. Right, 2B. So we're going to change all the 2B to be that. So yes please, change that, change that, change that, change that, and that. just got to now figure out what this is all about. I suppose we'll get there eventually. So what we need to do is we need now to find that and see what's around it, because that will give us an indication of other things that we need to look for. I wonder if that is what I found just before I started streaming on GridRunner 2. We'll see. Nothing there. Right, because on GridRunner 2 it has the snake length, and then it has two of the bytes, two of the locations that go with it, and it's the timer before the snake arrives on screen, and then there's another byte that determines where it is on the loading of the snake. But they are, I can't see, we'll come across that anyway. So yeah, we'll see. Right, let's get back to where we were. So I need to search for OSK, don't I? Yeah, finished here. So that's where we ended up yesterday. So I don't know if you heard that. Right. So that looks like we accidentally found the ship destruction routine, and then the high score testing routine, and then the level restarting routine that did a lose a life, gain a life system. Oh, it's in GridRunner 2. I found it in GridRunner 2. It's there. So let's, I think that was, did we have somewhere to go here? I can't remember. Let's search for the breakpoints. Oh, I can't remember. Right, where were we? We were there, so let's look at that. Let's just make sure we are... Right, so that's where... So we need to... Oh, OF. Did we figure out what OF was? We didn't figure out what OF was, did we? Right. Yeah, I know what it means. Yeah. If it's equal to 5, then it comes in, then it checks 18. But what's 18? We have no idea. Let's just make sure we've done all this, because this could be the next bit that we're looking for. Let's just make sure the grid controls were done. Right, load. Well, there's only 6 of us. Well, according to this, there's only 6 of us. Right, so work out vertical ship. So where's this? Right, so that's exit. So I think minus. Right, I think 14 is the timer for the edge ships moving. So let's fire it up and see. So 14. So we are looking in there. So I'm going to slow it down when we get to it so we can see what's going on. So Right, so I've slowed it down. So we're looking at 14. So it's going down. Right, the ship's on. So 2-1 move, 2-1 move, 2-1 move, 2-1 move, 2-1 move, 2-1 move. Right, okay. That is our grid ship timer. Right, good job, John. So outer grid ship timer. So that is the timer that determines when the ships move or not. So let's go and let's go in there and do it. Space $14. Change that to that. Right, where are we? So it starts at 4. So this is the initialization routine. I noticed that. Right, okay. So it starts at 4 and then counts down. So we'll change that. Change that. Change that. Come on, change it. That's it. Yep. Let's just make sure we haven't got any funny ones. One there. One there. One there. Yep. So we now know that it decreases. Oh, does it? Right. Okay. Is anybody out there? Hang on, let me ask. There we go. Let's see if there's anybody out there. So we need to find out what this OD is. Do we find... Ah dear. Right, okay, so OD is on the game control as well. So that's where we're looking. I wonder if that's the master timer. 80. Right, so this is resetting it. So I wonder if that is the master timer. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay. So OD is FE there. There, that's OD, yeah? So let's see what it does. So I'll fire it up and then I'll slow it down so you can see what's happening. Right, so OD is yeah, it looks like it's a master timer. So does that have an effect on that? Yeah, it does. I think OD's the master timer. Okay, we'll put that down here then. Right, we'll change that, change that, change that, change that, change that. So what I think what's happening is it's checking the master timer, is it 1? And then it comes to here and then decreases the outer grid timer. So you got to imagine that this thing's not being raster held, right? So this thing's not running at 60 frames a second. This is running at the speed of the CPU. So it looks like he's got a master timer that he sets to 80 and then decreases it every, I presume, every cycle. We'll see where it. We'll see where he decreases it, because we'll get to it eventually. But it could be that he's decreasing it every cycle. So that means that it will run through the game cycle 80 times before any of these fire, right? So, and then he's effectively slowing the game down. Now we would do it with the rasters. You know, we would say wait till the rasters are at the bottom of the screen and then do the bits, which means we know that we're running at 60 frames a second. But I suppose that because he's running everything from this master timer, then he's working out all the times based on the fact of the master timer. Yeah. When we convert it, we'll use the raster. We'll use the raster to do all the timings. Keep that in line. So right, okay. So it's the master timer. If it's 1, right, work out the ship location. But we're not going to do that until our outer ship timer has hit 0. Then he sets the timer back to 2. And then he does it. Right, okay. So have we got any jumps that have the infiltrate? Right, we've got one here. So we need to know what's... Did I write down 17 at last stream? There's one to look for. No. Right, 17. See what 17 does. Because he's loading 34. Now, I've seen 34. Hang on a second. I've seen 34. Here. Right. So he's loading whatever's in 34 and storing it in 17. Right, what's this? What's this all about? What's that all about? Hey Stacy, happy birthday. Glad you could join, matey. How was the kayaking? Was it wet? Because it was chucking it down here. Right, we need to find out what this 17 does. So we're gonna... So it's coming from here, because we're storing that value into 34, and then when it is 0, it's being reset. All right, okay. So let's put a trace on 17. So let's fire this thing back up. Right, 17 is there. That's 17. That's the one we're looking for. Come on. Bit too quick for it. Right, so that's going down. Oh, interesting. Do it again. Right. Do you see that? We're looking at 17. Look what happens when it gets to 0. Yeah? Oh, that's moved. Back up. Right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. See the laser? 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, bang. Laser. That's the laser count. That's the laser can. Is it? Alright, hang on. Is that better? Right. I'm going to probably die now. Right. But we're looking at this number here, 17. And you see it's counting down. What happen? Look at watch what happens when it gets to 0. Now. Yeah? What's happened when it gets to 0 again? Now. That is the laser timer. So 17's actually the laser timer. How long it waits before firing again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Right, so we know what 17 is. Right, so we know what 17 is. So is the outer ships firing timer. So let's rename all that lot then. Thanks Andy for letting me know. So right, so we want to replace that one. I want to replace that one. I want to replace that one. That one. That one. Yeah. Right, so 34 is the level laser firing reset. So that's what 34 is. Okay, so let's do the change there. So there's 2. So that'll be from the level and resetting it. Right. Let's find that. I want to find the other one. There it is. So that means this is the delay for laser fire. And we can test that theory out, right? So let's put that in, -1. So we can test that out. So it's currently 10. So we will say, we'll chop it down to 2. Let's see if it goes bonkers. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Right. Let's see. So we're looking at 17 and 34 is here. That's 34 there. Okay, here we go. Well, 17's at 4. Yeah, it's resetting to 2. That's me dead, I think. Yeah. So it's resetting to 2. Let's speed it up. Right, 34 is here, but that's set at... No, oh, it's there too. There we go. So this should be firing. There we go. There. There. So it's firing every other cell. God, he's got that master timer worked out beautifully, hasn't he? Right, so that's what this is. So it looks like as you progress along the levels, the time between firings gets shorter. Yeah, it's getting shorter, look, as it goes on. Right, so we've figured out what 34 is. So, get rid of that. So now we've worked out the configuration for the levels, which is good. Which is good. It's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, so now we can come back to here and figure out what's going on. So we're doing that. So what's that? Yeah, that's the one where we're coming from. Alright, so he's just setting the frequency of voice 3. So this must be, let's see, let's get these namings done. So he's decreased the firing. Is it equal to 0? Fire laser. So this is fire laser. Oops. So that's fire laser. So this must be the fire laser sound effect. Fire laser sound frequency. That's all I can say because it's only setting the frequency. So he's setting the frequency. I don't know why, because everywhere else he puts it in line with the code. I reckon he ran out of space. Because this is the sound effect. Yeah, this is the sound effect. So he's firing the laser. We reset the laser, set the frequency of the sound effect, then he's setting that, and then he's doing that into 1A and that into 1C. Ooh, more. So we figured out what 17 is. So now we've got 1A, 1C. What else we got here? 1819. One D. So one C. Right. I'm having a guess here. I'm having a guess. But I'm going to back it up by putting a breakpoint here. I think this is setting up for the laser over many game cycles. So let's fire it up and see what happens. I'm going to have to figure out how to set this C64. Why is that not fired? There we go. To make sure it doesn't overrun the chat. Come on. Come on. You crashed. You've crashed, haven't you, little git? Yep. Was a long time ago, mate, but the name is familiar. I think you probably knew me dad. What was I doing? Oh yeah, it crashed, didn't it? Right, let's try again. F6. Oh, it's too slow. That's it. The emulator's too slow. Right. Let's see where that break point. Am I overrunning chat? No, not yet. There we go. Right, let's see where that break point. Let it fully open before resizing. Okay, yeah. Okay. Right. I think it's setting up the laser function because that runs over several cycles. Right, so it's going to fire. There we go. It's fired because I bet. Yeah, 17's at 0. Right, so this is our function. Now, I think this is setting it up, but we will have to find, and I've got a sneaky suspicion it could be 18 is the flag. But we'll see. Let's run through it. So there's the noise for the laser. So it's setting FF for 18, and then it's setting 5. Money 5, but that's character 5. Where's my character set? Character 5. Yep, that's the laser character. Right, character 5. So he's storing character 5 into a place where he's going to use to put it on the screen. Then he's loading 15. Now we know what 15 is. 15 is that one, which is the vertical ship row. So that's that ship there, that ship. So that's that, which is, what's it going to be? That's got to be at least, yeah, 11. Stores it in 1A. Loads white. Stores it in 1B. Right, okay. So now we're starting to understand. So 1B is the colour. So 1B is the laser colour. Yeah. 1A is the row, laser row. 1.9 is the laser character. Right, so we are, where are we? Right, we're loading 15 into 1D. Now, what would 15 be? What would 15 be? Right, 1D, we don't know what 1D is yet. And then he's loading 16, which I think is the vertical ship. No, sorry, the horizontal ship. Yeah, 16. So that's this ship here. So he's loading that column in. And he's storing it into 1C. So 1C must be the laser column. Alright. So we don't know what the function of 18 is, and we don't know what the function of 1D is. Okay. So let's see if we can figure that out. So we run through it, it returns back. So that's that function. That's the outer ship function. So we go back here. No, not there, not there, not there. Let's put the grid, let's put the count set there. So we're now in this land, which we haven't really looked at. And I'm just wondering if that's the laser. So he's looking at OF, which is not master timer. Aha! Right, okay, hang on. So we've got to figure out what OF is still. Yeah. $OF. Got to figure out what that is. But he's putting, if it's 5, then it's coming here. So this has got to be the laser control. This has got to be laser control. Right, let's just put a comment there. Laser control. Hello, Faze. How you doing? So I think this is laser control. So we'll put a, and the reason why I think it's that, and I'll show you in a minute. Good, good, good. Is because look, 18 FF. That's the flag for the laser being activated. So I think this is laser control. So this is execute laser. Put my pad out of the way, I can't type. Ooh, spell laser right, mate. So I think this is execute laser. Because now he's testing for the flag. Is 18 set to FF? No. Then exit. Here we go. I don't know why it goes backwards. Don't know why it goes backwards. So if the flag is not set to 18, then that's it. Laser control is done. Right. Drink. You got all your points, everybody? Looks like it. Right. So we need to figure out what this is. So I think we're done here. I think we're done with the edge ship control. Oh, I've given up, mate. Everything's on. You lost 10. Oh, slots. Maybe there's a minimum set. Is there a minimum set? Let's have a look. Preferences. Oh, there's a minimum of 10. So is that the same for gambling? Hang on. Yeah, there's a minimum of 10 on all the games. Depends what year, mate. I've just read your Discord. Trying to think. It's a long time ago. But the surname is familiar. Anyway. So we finished with the... I think we finished reverse engineering this routine. So we're definitely into the laser control routine now. So we know that this is the laser flag. Is he? What's sad? Right. So we've identified. So 18 is the laser control flag. So we better put that down. All right. So that's the laser active flag. So that's 118. We'll put a comment here saying hash $FF equals active any other equals, I think it's 0, not active. Right, so let's change all the 18s, and there won't be that many, I don't think. Oh, there's a few. Right, change that one. Change that one. Not that one. No. Nope. Nope. Yes. Wow. It's taking the D413 and stores it in there. Really? Oh, okay. It's firing the laser. That's them all. And then we've got... So what we know at the moment is 19 is the laser character. I'll just say char. How many of those? Right, so we got one there, one there, one there. Oh, he's changing the character. Right, okay, we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Okay. So the next one is 1A is the laser roll. So that's laser row. So we'll change that one and that one and that one. The next one is one C. What happened to 1B? Oh, 1B is the colour, isn't it? Label, laser, colour, spelt correctly. Right, so 1B is the colour. No, that can't be right. Undo, undo. That can't be right. Because he's doing 1B here. Yeah, it's got to be. Hang on. That's. So what's it? Loading the list, storing it, loading it in colour. Store it in colour. Oh, it's column 2. Oh, that's cheating. That is cheating. That is cheating. Why would you do that, Jeff? Why don't you just put LDA #1? No, that can't be right. That's not right. Just stupid. Maybe it's not the colour. Maybe it's not the colour. Maybe 1B is not the colour. Let's put that back. I'm just looking at that and I don't think it's the colour. I'm looking at this here. I don't think it's the colour because he's doing an ink and then he's storing it in the column again. Why would he be storing... So he's loading 1C. We know 1C is the column. 1C is definitely the column because he's storing it there. So what on earth is he doing here? Why is he... Right, he's setting it, then getting it. What is he getting? 1B. 1B is set to 1. Right. Okay. Up here, he's setting the colour to be 1. So he's hard coded the colour to be 1. Then he's getting the current laser character, storing it in the screen character. Then he's getting 15 and storing it in 1D, which he's doing down here. Oh. So he's loading 1D and puts it in the row. And then 1C, which is our column. So that's not the laser row then. It's that's not the laser row. Well, I suppose it is. It's because there is a label that goes across. There is a laser that goes across. Right, okay. 1D and 1C. So he's loading. Right, okay. Laser current column. this is looping on 1D. Current row. I think hang on, is it still running? Yes it is. Right, okay. Let's get it up and running. F11. Let's slow it down. So when it fires, come on. Oh. So here we go, it's firing, right? When it fires, there's this laser going across. Did you see it go across? Let's see if it does. Let's wait until it does it again. So get ready. Come on, fire. There we go. And there's the laser. So that's the laser row. And then you've got a laser column. Right. So I've got a sneaky suspicion that this column and row is to do with that laser. Because he's starting at 15 for the row, which is at the bottom. So it's at the bottom of the screen. And then, so he's loading it into screen row, and then he's loading in 1C, which is the current laser column, which would be over there. But that 1C is our laser column. 1C is definitely our laser column. It's definitely that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because down here we store the column that the horizontal ship is in, and we put it in 1C. So this is definitely the column. That's the column where the laser is going to shoot up. So this is the current laser row, which is 1D. So there's the vertical ship row, and that's going into laser row, which is here. Right. So this 1B is not laser color, that is laser current column. And I think those two variables are for that little one character to work its way across the screen. So we got 1.8, 1.9, 1A, B, C, D, and they're the only ones, yeah? So I think that's what that is, because we're starting at 15, which is the bottom for 1D, and then we're decreasing 1D up to 2. So that's the laser going up, yeah? And then we're taking the laser row, so it's here, and then loading 1B, which we initialized at 1. So 1, and then that moves across. So we're increasing 1B, and then we're testing it. Right, okay. Right, okay, I think we've got it. So we did 1.9, didn't we? Current laser character. Yeah. So current laser row we've done. So this one is laser current row. So 1B is laser current column. Right. I think we're on a winner now, because the fact it's increasing it, I didn't like the fact it was increasing it. It couldn't have been the color. So this is the laser column of the ship. So that's 1C. So replace, replace, replace. And this one is the current laser row for that horizontal little ship. And I did say ship. D, 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 D. Right. So we've now figured out all this lot. So so this is execute laser. Right. So we come in. So where's laser control? Where's laser control? There's laser control. Was it this that we was doing? I've lost track where I was going. Laser control, branch of not equal to execute laser, which is this. That. X86DO is here. I'm trying to do a stream here. You didn't have to shut the door. He's having problems with villagers still. Right. So this sets up, it's fired the laser, we've activated it. So we're no longer in there. We're definitely in laser control. So we're doing this execute laser, aren't we? So we're testing if it's FF. If it's not, we're going here. So this must be 86DO. So this is decreasing and then increasing the laser character. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Oops. So we're changing the laser character, but we're decreasing OF. We still don't know what OF is. No, we don't. So we're decreasing the laser character, we're coming back, and then we're testing whether we've got to 7. So where's the character set? So we know that the character set's starting at 5. Yeah, 5, 6. Right, so there's 2 characters, so it's going to alternate between these 2 characters. So that must be the vertical. So this must be the vertical laser. Compare with 07. If it's not equal to continue. So we'll continue. We'll just put a comment here. Reset current character. Just start setting it back. Right. So we continue. So we're loading one, putting it in the screen color. We know what the laser character is and we're storing it there. This is the first row. So the current laser row is being defaulted at the bottom. So this must be the vertical. This must be the vertical laser. So where's that coming from? So we're loading the row, putting it in the screen, setting the column, decreasing the current row. Yeah. So this is the current. So this is vertical laser draw. Right, so I can't spell for toffee. Right, so this bit is drawing the vertical laser, so it draws it straight up in one go. Now so the first thing it's done, it's drawn the laser straight up. So now I think we're setting up the loop for the one that's going across. So we're loading the laser row, which we know. Starting to load in the current column. Yeah. Getting the character from it. Comparing it with our laser character. If it's equal, then detected laser. So that's what that's doing. So if it's the laser character, we're missing this whole section here. So that means he's detected the laser. So let's see what's going on. So he's loading 0, putting in the screen character. So that's the grid character. And he's loading 08, which is the grid color. He's setting it. Then he's increasing the column. Okay, so yeah, so he's moving across one. Loading it. Checking to make sure we haven't fallen off the screen. And now he's doing 8020. Let's go back to there. Where's 8020? Here. So he's getting the... What? Okay. So this is check for vertical laser beam with laser spelt correctly. Right. So what he's doing is loading the current character. He's comparing it with 7. So 7 is... Oh, it's not. He's checking for the ship. Okay, check for ship impact. Oh, he's checking for the ship. So we'll change that. If it's the ship, no, can't, no. Ship detected. No. Call it player. Player detected. So if it's 7, then it's us. Right, so that laser has detected that it's going to put a character on us. So it's detected that we're here. If it's not, it returns back and carries on. So what does it do here? So it resets the stack. And then ands what? With ands what? Oh, he's jumping. Oh, right, okay. This is something else. So he's jumping to the reset stat, which the reset stat is the start of the death scene, as we worked out yesterday. So, right, okay. So we jump back to here. So we've checked for ship impact. We compare with the current laser. Branch if equal. So that means we've detected the laser again. So we've detected that we're hitting the laser again. If it's not, then he loads color, loads 01, puts it in the colour, loads the current laser value, subtracts 1. Why, Jeff? Why? Why do you subtract 1? Why, Jeff? Why? Why? I am not questioning why. Oops. So this is the ship detection routine, essentially. So he draws the laser and he's moving the laser across with the ship detection routine. Yeah. So if the laser's detected, we load 15 in the row, we load the column, load 8 into colour, load the grid. Right, so this is clearing out the laser. So this is actually resetting, clearing out the laser. So we've drawn the laser, that little laser's come across, now we're clearing it out. Right, so this is clear out vertical laser. That's that one. So he's testing for up to, so it goes to 2, then he's loading the row, loading colour 7, character OF. So character 15. That looks like, oh, no. This is the pods. This is the start of the pods. That's the first pod. That is the first pod. 15, that's that one, yeah. Okay. Stores it, resets the laser fag to say we're no longer in laser mode, and then jumps away to store it, which then will jump it back to here. Oh, well, that's another control function figured out. We still haven't figured out what OF is. What is OF doing? Have I still got it running? Yeah. Right. OF. Let's get OF up. There. So that's OF. Let's fire this back up. I think it's in slow-mo. And see when the next laser happens, what happens to that OF. So it's counting down. So it's running. Right. It's just counting down from 50. It's just counting down from 15, I think. And so he's leaving that laser on for the entire cycle. So right, let's find OF. I think he's using this OF as a how long. So he's stored, right, it's 18. Right, okay. So it's the bullet. It's the bullet timer. It's the bullet timer. So he's using the bullet timer for the laser as well. So he's executing the laser at 5. And then he decreases it. So he's okay. So he's activating the laser before we activate our bullet, because the bullet will fire on 0. So OF is a firing timer. So O5 is laser firing, and O0 is player bullet firing. Okay. Where are we? Yes, we want that one. Well, yes, we want that one. Nope. 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 Yes. 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 Nope. 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 Right. So it looks like the laser control. So I think that's just a little bit up here, isn't it? Laser control. Yeah. So he's using the bullet timer that we identified, and when it hits 5, that's when it activates the laser. So we have the timer to tell us that we can fire the laser, and then we wait until we get the firing timer to be 05, and then that's when the actual laser goes. But he fires the laser before we fire the bullet, because we can only fire the bullet when it hits 0. So he's actually firing it effectively 5 game cycles before we can fire our bullet off. That is sneaky, to say the least. So they always have the upper hand. Oh dear. Right. Next one. Oh, right. So we've done that one. So let's look at the next one. Let's find this and see what this is all about. Right. Straight away. Out shit firing timer. So that's 17. So that's the firing of the laser. If it's equal, decrease. Right, so load 17. If it's equal to 5, decrease it. Okay. 04 into 20, 50 into... Oh, this is modifying the screen. So what's this all about? Oh. I think I know what this is. And the only reason I know what this is because I've just spotted a compare statement down here. This. And that, I think, is the pod reference data 871F, which is close to this. Yeah, pod characters. Right, so I think I know what this is. So this is pod decay control. And what I mean by that is we've got the game running still, haven't we? Yeah. So let me just fire this back. Let me just continue this. Right, you see these pods here? Every time the laser fires, they change character. So watch. So we're looking at that one. And that one and that one, yeah? So watch for the laser to fire. There we go. It's just fired. And these, there we go. These decay at roughly the same time. In fact, they're on the same timer number. There we go. So it's just fired. These will fire in a second. So what was the... it was OF, wasn't it? No, 17. Well, so we're watching for 17, which is here. No. Here. That's 17's there. So when that gets to 5, they decay. There. That's it. So it gets to 5 again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 decays, and then eventually it drops a bomb. Right, so this is definitely the pod decaying system. So we'll pause that. So this is definitely port. So what's happening is as soon as it gets to 5, that's when it decays whatever pods are available. Right, so execute. Right, so someone's playing music. So this is the start of the screen. So this must be, yeah, this is the 0450. So that's what, two rows down. Yeah, so he's starting here. 2 rows down. So that's where he's starting. So 20 and 1F are the screen coordinates. Yeah, there's a 0 page to confirm it. Right, so he's loading in that, and if it's not 0, right, we're checking for pods. So we're checking for pods because it's not 0, right? And the reason why I know that is because the grid is a 0 character, is the 0 character. So if it is 0, then we're increasing 1F and then looping back round again. So load pod location. Whatever they two are, we're just about to find out. So that's that one. And that one. So we're just basically running through, yeah? So we're loading the pod location. We're increasing 20. Are we checking for the edge of the screen? Then that's it. So if it's not equal to a pod, so this one is continue pod locating. We'll rem this lot out so we can get it. And they're here, look, we're already here. So this will be minuses. Right. Right, okay, so we've got that. So basically it's coming in and now it's checking for the pod. So we don't need that. Yeah. So we're saying, is it a space? Right? And the reason it's checking for a space is because he's scanning the entire screen. So we've got spaces here and spaces here. And he may, I think because he's going down to 08, so he's checking these down here as well. So he's checking for a space, and if it's a space, he's going back and saying, find the next location. If it's not a space, that means it's got to be something. Yeah. So this is pod character checker. So whatever that is, that's that one there. So we are checking for pod characters. Now, yeah, I'll just rem that out because I'm not too sure if it's -1 or not. So we're checking for pod characters. If we find one, so we'll get rid of that. Plus, we're checking to see if we've hit the end of the array. If we have hit the end of the array, then we're going off here. Then he's iron Xing, and then he's doing it again. Oh, he's iron Xing because he's decaying the pods. Right, got you. So he's iron Xing because he's increasing the character, and then he stores it back in and continues. Right. So that's what's happening there. So the pod effectively decays until it becomes a bomb. Yeah. And then we've got this bit here. So if it's equal to 7, so this is no pod found. Then he's jumping here to 8719, which is here. So he's detected something, but it's not in the pod reference. And then he's loading OA. Let's have a look at the what's character 10. Character 10 is a bomb. That's right. That's right. It's not no pod found. It's actually pod has decayed. So this is setting up pod bomb. Right, so he's setting up the pod bomb, so he's putting an A at the location that we've currently got, and then he's loading 18 into an indexer, and oh, now we're into this right, we're into this area. So 101F, so that's going to be 1020. So 1020 and 1000. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if we can get this up here. Right, there's 1000 and 1020. So we're waiting. Right, I'm going to fire this up and we're waiting for a bomb to drop and then I'll pause it. So here we go. There we go. So we've got a bomb dropping. And if we just scroll that up, you can see it says 9F06. So this is, I think that's the screen location of where that bomb is. So if we see if we can advance it and then pause it straight away so it moves down another character. There we go. So it's moved down 2 more. EF06. Yeah, so that is the screen location. So that's the screen location, high and low. So we should be able to put that in here. Bomb screen location low equals $. That's got to be 1000. Yeah, 1000, and then dot label bomb. I know I spelt it wrong. Screen location high equals $1020. So 1000 is here, so we're just gonna rem that out and do store that -1, x, and we'll do that one, which is this one. Store that -1, x, and that one as well. So basically what it looks like what he's doing is he's loading the bomb high location. If it's FF, then that's it. That's a empty slot. In the array. So that's an empty bomb slot in the array. And then he's just gonna load the 0 page locations and store it in that array, and then just jumps back out. DEX, that's loop through bomb array. So that's looping through the bomb array, and if the bomb array is full, let's say we've got a lot of bombs in there, it puts character 12. Character 12. Character 10, character 12, that's 18, isn't it? So he resets it, the pod. So if the pod can't drop a bomb, he just cycles back through it. He cycles back through it. Right, I think that's it for the pod decay system. So that's the pod decay system done. It's interesting how he jumps about a lot. Let's just make sure I've not missed any. This is something else, which we haven't, because we haven't even got to the snake parts yet, where they're controlling the snakes. Oh, do I want to tag 1F and 20? Are they used elsewhere? Let's have a look. 1F and 20. Are they currently being used? 20 is no. Let's run it. Let's see if they're being used any other than the scanning. No, they're not being used other than the scanning. Because it's that one and this one here. And they're staying until it's doing... There we go, it's just done it. But that's on the decay. Right, so we can tag those two variables. Right, so it's 1F and 20. So this is the bomb decay 0 ZP low. Look at that. $1F. High, which is 20. So we'll do a quick scan. One F. It's going to become that. So we'll change that, change that, change that. And then 20. Will become that. Oh, there's a lot of 2 zeros. So we'll change that. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 no. So that's that done. So right, we'll get rid of that breakpoint. Don't need it. We still haven't identified what this is, so that's some more data we need to identify. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Do we know if Shallan's streaming tonight? He is. Okay. All right then. Well, let's start the next one. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'll put a comment. Why? Why do you do this? Right, I'll leave them. Right, we'll start. So we are now got here. Let's start and figure out what this routine's all about. Right, so this is 20. Right, so this is the 21 timer. Okay. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see? this is the bomb control. Because look what I see, the bomb arrays that we've just identified. So let's get these constants in. So where are we? That's low. So that's a -1. So we'll do this just to make sure that when we come to it, it's checked. Oh, that's not low, it's high, isn't it? That's high as well. And that's low. Right. So this looks like it's the bomb timer. 21 is the bomb timer. Okay, so dot label bomb timer. There we go. We now know what 21 is. So let's do a quick search and replace on that. So there's one there, not that one. So it's, yeah, so it's only setting and decreasing, right? So this is the bomb timer. So we are now update bombs. So update the bombs, then we start scanning for the array. So he loads the bomb high. If it's FF, then we are, that's that's an empty slot, empty bomb slot. And if it's an empty bomb slot, we don't do anything with it. And then he loops back round. So this is the bomb looper. Update bomb looper. Which is that. So this is ooh. So we've called that update bombs. So this can be update bomb. But in fact, it's going to be more than one. So this is updating the bomb. So he's loading the bomb onto the screen, loading it, comparing it with 7. So 7 is the, no, he's comparing the ship, he's comparing for me. If it's equal, that's it, I'm dead, goes to the reset the stack, and if it's not, so ship not destroyed goes there. Get rid of that. Ship not destroyed. Then basically he's updating it. Right, so where are we? Where's the array? I've lost it. Oh, it's there. Right, that's low. So So he's loading the low byte, adding 28, and then storing it back. So he's basically dropping it down a line. Loading the high byte. Adding nothing, storing it straight back. Then I think he's probably, yeah, he's updating the screen. Is it a space? No, it isn't. Check for ship. Or player, I should say. Plus, isn't it? If it's not a space, then it's got to be a player. If it's off the screen, then he's resetting it. He's resetting the array, so it becomes an empty slot. So check for player. If it is, that's it, we're dead. If it's not player, plus. So he's loading the bomb, storing it, and then updating the color as well, which is 1. So the bomb's always 1. Well, that was easy enough. Do we get any red? We've got a red up there. Why have we got a red up there? Oh, forgot that. Oh no. That's it. That's it. It's sorted. Right, so that... Right, let's go back to there. So this is now bomb control. Right. That was easy enough. So we're now there. Well, I never. Oh, we've got some arrays here, and that's the bomb array. So that's initializing the bomb array. That is. That's initializing the bomb array. That is. We called it cleared out game data array, which is not, it's clear bomb array data. Now we understand what it is. So now there'll be a red line somewhere because we've just renamed that. There it is. That's in the setup. Cool. Right. Has he started yet? Bless you. Has Shallan started yet? Right, I think we can call this a good place to stop for this stream. So we've done 3 control systems and finished off the headship. So we've done pretty well this stream. Right, so I will say thank you very much for joining me. It's not been as stressful as yesterday because there weren't some quirks going on today going, why? I think we only come across one. And we're almost there. We've only got I think one of those will be the snake routines. And then we'll have to see what the other controls are and stuff like that. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It won't be long before we start building our own. All right then. Right, I'm going to sign off, but before we do that, we'll go and raid Shallan because he started. So here we go. Are you ready to get taught by the master? Let's do this. Go. Start the raid. So please join me with Shallan, and I will see you next time. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.